Hi everyone, it's Chrissie. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a pack trailer reaction video. So yes, this is going to be my first initial reaction to the Sims 4 High School Years expansion pack that literally just got announced. So yeah, I haven't had a look at the trailer yet. I haven't, watched any of it. I've had a look at a couple of the screenshots that we got as part of the asset pack thing. So yeah, I have seen really quickly a couple of the screenshots, and obviously I've seen the name of the pack on the trailer, but I've completely avoided Twitter or reading the blog post or anything like that. So this is literally going to be my first initial reaction to it, and yeah, I haven't seen any of it. So yeah, I saw that the trailer is 3-ish minutes long, so it's quite a long trailer as well. But yeah, so we're gonna jump in, have a look at that, and then I'm probably going to go through the blog post as well and those screenshots that I mentioned. But if I mention anything during this video that is, if I'm wondering about something or, about what actually, how everything works, all of that stuff, if it isn't answered in the trailer, but if the sim gurus usually do a couple of Q&As on Twitter and stuff like that where they answer a lot of our big questions, but obviously I haven't had a look at that. So I'm recording this literally right after the trailer release. I haven't seen it. So if I ask any stupid questions in my trailer reaction, then feel free to let me know down in the comments if you have the answer. If you've seen an answer for it or anything like that, then let me know down in the comments, and I'll pin a comment with all of your answers or whatever, something like that. But yeah, let's jump into the trailer reaction because I'm super excited about this. We've known about this pack coming for, I don't know, kind of a month. I mean, the pack kind of leaked at the beginning of the month when Werewolves came out, or in the middle of the month when Werewolves came out, but nothing was confirmed. And then obviously, we got the roadmap on, I think, Tuesday, and then yesterday we got basically the announcement for the pack, but where they said, the trailer is coming out today, and they asked a couple of, simmers about their high school experience, their teenage experience. So that kind of confirmed that it's a teenage high school pack. And then, today we got the trailer. So let's jump in and take a look at the trailer really quickly. Okay, so here we are on the trailer. I'm going to be listening to this with the, original audio with all of the trailer, effects, sound effects, all of that stuff. But I will be replacing the audio for the trailer with some copyright-free music, just, so YouTube doesn't get mad at me for playing what's probably going to be a copyrighted song. So yeah, I'll be doing that for my reaction. But if you want to see it with, all of the original effects and, there's probably going to be a couple of school bells, all of that stuff, then feel free to check out the official trailer that I'll leave linked below in the description. But yeah, so let's jump on into this, shall we? So yeah, it's 3 minutes long, so we're in for a ride. Okay, this is totally Prom. It's an active thing. School is an active thing. I love that they include their pronouns. You guys, I'm shaking. Like, I'm literally shaking. I am losing it. There was so much in that trailer. Now, obviously, I don't know if, obviously, the texting, like, you could see what they were texting. I don't know if that's an in-game thing now, or if it's, just, cinematic stuff for the trailer. But there's so much going on in that trailer. I don't even know where to start. Like, I'm not going to go through play by play and have a look at all of the items because there's just too much of it. We'd be here for hours if I did that. But I will do a full build buy and create a sim overview and all of that stuff when I get the pack for like early access and whatever. I'll do that because there's so many things that they've shown in this that it kind of like implies. Look at me, I'm just like, I have like an excitement flush rash thing going on over there. I don't know where to start with this. Like, I really don't. We're gonna go through and have a look at it, with, the sound muted and all of that stuff. But we're gonna go through and have a look at this again because there's so much. So this is obviously a new world because this doesn't look like any of the worlds that we have. Like, you can't tell me that this is an already existing world. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of different items. A lot of it is I've noticed the pack is very almost, not retro, because I don't exactly know what retro entails. But it's kind of giving me a lot of 90s vibes. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't know if this is 90s or early 2000s, but it's a very, like, a neon, bright. I don't know if this is 90s or early 2000s. It's kind of giving me early 2000s vibes, but I wasn't a teenager in either the 90s or the early 2000s. So, yeah, it's not really something that I'm familiar with. But yeah, so we have the name, obviously, and then we have a school, like an actual freaking school. Now, this probably means that it's going to be an active, it's kind of like an active career. Like, we have the active doctor and scientist careers. This is like an active career, basically, for your teenagers. Now, I don't know if this is going to translate over to children's sims. I mean, obviously, they haven't shown this because this is high school years, so probably not. This is probably going to be exclusively, like, teenager-focused, which I'm not mad about, because I know a lot of the community, myself included, have been asking for not necessarily an expansion, but, like, maybe a game pack or anything that would make teenagers a little bit more, like, not realistic necessarily, but just differentiate them a little bit, make them a little bit more unique compared to just young adult sims, because currently young adults and teenagers are the exact same thing. one of them is just younger and can't do as many of the stuff that the other one can, but they're basically the exact same life stage. So this makes them feel like really unique. I mean, this is obviously like an active thing. You can go to school with your Sims. It looks like there will be a ton of other Sims around. It looks like, you know, obviously they have lockers and stuff, like they can decorate their lockers, and it's just, you know, I love the fact that they did this where they kind of like introduced the trailer Sims, and you know, they gave us their names, they gave us their pronouns as well. That's something that's really cool and that I really like about, you know, this trailer in particular, because usually we'll talk about trailer Sims and we won't know what pronouns they use, and we'll have to like wait for the Sim gurus to let us know about their pronouns. I love that they included them. And then also it kind of tells us what their like archetype is in high school. You know, in high school you have your cliques and your, you know, everyone in high school has a certain almost persona that they have. So we have Molly, who's the principal's pain, who's the principal's daughter, but the principal's pain in the, you know, word that they probably can't put like on a trailer fully, but you get the idea. So yeah, we have them. We have, you know, it looks like they have a cafeteria type thing, you know, obviously active classes. You have, you know, socially awkward romantic. I wonder if those like archetypes, I'm gonna call them archetypes for now until we get their proper name. But these archetypes that they kind of embody, I wonder if, you know, that's something that you can assign to your Sims, or whether it's just something that, you know, the game assigns to them. You know, obviously, like Sydney, he is Mr. Popular, philosopher, overachiever, star athlete, you know, all of that stuff. And yeah, so obviously it's really cool. I mean, these are probably like the other ones that you can get, or some of them. And then this goes by really quickly, but yeah, so this is 100%. Oh my word, if I can get the bloody frame right, that would be fantastic. Can you just... Okay, whatever. It doesn't want to let me see the world for longer than like a split second, which is irritating because I want to have a look at the world. Okay, so yeah, so this is the world, or like part of it probably. This definitely looks like a lot. Like this definitely looks like a lot. That looks like a shell over there. That kind of looks like a lot. Kind of, maybe, you know, it kind of looks like it has like outdoor seating and stuff, but this definitely looks like a lot. Probably not that part, but that one. Maybe that kind of looks like a little bit of a park area. But yeah, so this definitely looks like maybe, I don't know. It kind of almost reminds me of a small university town type thing. So, you know, where a lot of the buildings are themed around, you know, the campus type thing, if that makes sense. But I wonder how many of these places, I mean, are going to be... Obviously, this is almost like the park area. And look, our Sims are sitting cross-legged. I noticed that when they were doing all of those, like, bedroom flybys and stuff. But yeah, there's so much going on. You guys, there's so much going on right now. And then obviously we have like the after school stuff. So, you know, obviously this is definitely going to be a lot. So it kind of looks like a shopping area. It looks really cool. We have boba. That's boba, right? Right? Like boba tea. I've never had it. I've never even seen it where I live. So I think that's boba tea, right? But yeah, so this is so cool. They have like detention. That's really, really fun. Now, this is like, I mean, this is literally a sports field. It kind of looks like this Sim is running track, like track and field stuff. I mean, these Sims are obviously practicing cheer. These Sims look like they're maybe like kicking a soccer ball around or something. And I don't know what that Sim is doing. But yeah, it literally looks like they have like a soccer net, like a soccer goal at the back. That looks like a football goal. I'm not American, so I don't know American football. I mean, I know it, I can recognize it, but that looks like a football goal. I know a rugby goal doesn't look like that, but yeah. We have this like scoreboard and these Sims are actually practicing cheer. Now, I don't know if cheer is going to be, it kind of just looks like dance, like, you know, the dancing skill that came with Get Together, which is, you know, it's not bad that they've kind of reused those animations and like incorporated it in like a cheer thing. But it does look like they're almost restricted to these mats, like these cheer mats, which, not the best, but it could have been worse, I guess. And yeah, then we have the hottie, like the football player. Now, I think his name is Kevin, right? That's him. Anyway, I can't remember yet. And then we also have this shot of a like fair or a carnival. I don't know. It's like a carnival, I guess. But this looks like an actual carnival or like fair type grounds. Like there's actually like an ice cream shop and, you know, an outdoor, like that looks like a tea thing, like for the boba tea or whatever. And yeah, that looks like a little ice cream, like almost like we have the food stalls from City Living. Kind of looks like that. We also have a little photo booth, which is so cool. I'm hoping that you actually get the photos and that you actually get one of those like long picture things that your Sims can put up and like have in their rooms and whatever. Now, this part, I don't know if this is just cinematic stuff. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's cinematic stuff or if it's actually going to be a like in-game feature where you can kind of see what your Sims are texting or whatever. But yeah, I'm really excited to find out more about that. And then yeah, we have a little something that looks like a haunted house. Now, these shots is what I was talking about with, you know, our Sims are kneeling on their beds. They're like kneeling on their beds and they're sitting cross-legged on their beds. They're not just weirdly sitting like off the edge of it. So that is so cool and such a like teenager thing to do. I know personally, still, whenever I sit anywhere, I never sit like a normal person with, you know, my legs on the floor or whatever, or like straight. I always sit with like one leg under me or like cross-legged. Even in my computer chair, like right now, I'm sitting like cross-legged. So it's a very like, I don't know, like younger person thing to do. And then obviously there's so many build items in this, like all of the clutter and mess. This room is literally my dream bedroom. Like literally my dream bedroom. Like, you know, it kind of almost looks like a streamer set up with all of the lights and the neon and the purple lighting effects. That bed as well is absolutely stunning. I love all of the beds. I've noticed at least 3 new double beds, which is great. Now, this is what I was talking about with the chair kind of looking like they're almost restricted to these mats, which it's kind of annoying because in Get Together, a lot of the like dance moves and the group dances are restricted to those dancing, like dance floors that came with Get Together. So this kind of looks like the same thing. But yeah, so we have a ton of new build buy items. We have this little cute, you know, text exchange between friends. And yeah, so they're all going to sleep. You know, they have promposals, which it's kind of like a proposal, but asking someone to go to prom. I've never been to prom. It's not a thing here. We don't have stuff like that. So we have like a matric dance, like at the end of the year before you graduate, you have like your matric farewell, which is almost like prom, I guess. But yeah, I've never been to one of those. So yeah, we have like prom proposals and they can turn them down, which is really cool. I mean, I feel bad for them, but like it's really funny. Okay, so he's asking him to prom. And it kind of looks like the Sims actually react to other people like asking each other. So that's cool. So yeah, so they're all getting ready for prom. This is really cool. I love this animation with, you know, the clothes rack that they're actually like going through. It's not like they're just spinning and they're done. Now this is so... I just noticed this, like just now. Body hair. Body hair. So I know they said that we're getting body hair in the base game, when the werewolves pack came out, they actually announced that. They said, you know, they're working on it, it's coming soon, coming to the base game, so not just like pack restricted. So this is actually a look at the body hair for, you know, The Sims 4. I mean, this actually looks quite good, considering it's supposed to be very Max's match. It's not supposed to look alpha or like super realistic. It's supposed to be like fit in with the art style. So it actually looks really, really good. And I mean, this sim is actually like, he's shaving. So I don't know if it's going to be like, I don't know what the word is, not modular, but like it actually grows, like, you know, your facial hair grows and stuff like that, and you have to shave. I mean, he's shaving with a ridiculously big razor, like very much simified, but you know, it's cool. I love that. And then obviously we have our Sims sneaking out, that's so cool. They can sneak out of windows. Now, this doesn't look like they climbed right out of the window. It does look like you'll need to have a like little platform or like open area, almost like a ladder. This definitely looks like exactly like the ladder animation that I believe was introduced when Eco Lifestyle came out in the base game too, like the ladders. But this one obviously looks like a piece of lattice work. And then obviously you would need to have an open floor space at the top for your Sims to climb out of the window and then get onto the ladder, which is kind of annoying. I wish we could have just put the ladder like up against the wall, like flush against the wall, and have them climb out of the window onto the ladder. But I guess that would have been like really time consuming and expensive to animate. So I guess, I mean, maybe if you put like the windows that your Sims can climb out of like on the ground floor, so that there's no like foundation or whatever, maybe they can just climb out of the window and like onto the ground. But yeah, so this Sim is sneaking out to go to prom. We just have a couple of looks at a couple of their outfits and stuff, which looks really cool. And then prom is clearly another playable active event. So that's really cool. We have a couple of different configurations of what it can look like. There's so much to like digest in these photos, but yeah, there's slow dancing, which I think is a base game thing that came with the wedding pack. Okay, so it looks like they have like social media type stuff. I mean, we already had social media things in, I think City Living introduced it, where you can have like social media profile, but that's restricted to City Living in particular. So this kind of looks different. Maybe this is Simstagram or something, rather than, you know, just a generic social media thing. So we have like a prom king, and then I don't know why she's wearing a like court jester hat. Maybe she's like the class clown or something. But yeah, we have that. We have them all dancing, and maybe this is like the after party or whatever. But yeah, they're all dancing, and then we have pillow fights, which is so cool. I love that they have pillow fights. I love this door as well. Like this customized door that kind of looks like they put up pictures and painted it, and you know, all of that stuff. It's so nice. And oh my word, they're like putting like faces in a mirror. That's so cute. So yeah, I think I guess they were kind of like thinking back on, you know, those flashes are like them thinking back on their school year or whatever. And then we have graduation. Now, this graduation looks a little bit different from the one in Discover University. Discover University's graduation is basically like a rabbit hole. Your Sims will show up at the university campus, go into the building. It'll say that they've graduated. They'll come out. They'll like throw their hats up in the air, and that's it. But this looks a little bit more, I guess, like involved. Like, you know, maybe this is her family and obviously her classmates and like principal and whatever. I wonder if you can create a principal to like fill the principal role in like the school, and you know, like teacher roles and stuff like that. I'm going to have so much fun with this. I'm gonna have so much fun. Oh my, the ideas, all of the ideas. So yeah, we have, you know, maybe they're like saying goodbye for like summer or whatever. And these Sims, it looks like they went camping. Like, this isn't Granite Falls. Like, this world, where am I? that like little cabin thing isn't in Granite Falls. Like that has to be the new world. And I mean, obviously this is the new world, and it looks so cool. It really looks so cool. Like, if that's all the new world, then the world has to be like rather big. I mean, I don't know how big this would be. It's an expansion world, so I wouldn't guess that it's only like 5 lots or whatever. But I mean, if you think about Get to Work, the other, like, active pack that we got with active careers, we got Magnolia Promenade in that. That's kind of like the retail world. That has 4 lots. But then you also have the hospital, you have the police station, and you have the scientists, the scientist like lab. So technically you'd have like what, 7? Yeah, 7 lots, right, in that pack. I'm hoping this world is bigger and that this is actually a more like, residential type thing. It looks like it's a residential world as well, because all of the Sims that we've seen look like they've lived in the world as well. So I'm guessing it's going to be like mixed, like residential, and then maybe you'll have like the school lot that's almost like a hidden thing, kind of like the hospital is, where you can only access it if your Sim needs to go there for something, or if they're like working or like going to school there, then you can access it. But otherwise it's kind of like in its own like separate hidden off little thing. I don't know if that's how it's going to work. That's what I would assume how it's going to work. But yeah, so we also got an incentive to pre-order the pack by September 8th. So the pack comes out on July 28th, right? Yeah, 28th. So you have a little bit of time afterwards to still pre-order or buy it before September 8th. And if you do that, you'll get a little wireless speaker, you'll get a really cool looking gaming chair, and then these super awesome LED lights that I've seen so many like real life streamers have in their backgrounds. So that's really, really cool. But yeah, so we just have that. We have the release date, obviously, and then we also have a little blog post that we're going to take a look at in just a second. Okay, so here we are on the blog post. Now, it just says high school years, live your high school dreams, pre-order, yakety yakety yak, wherever it's available, pre-order or purchase. We've already been through that. We have, okay, so it has actual like description. So stream in comfort with the wireless speaker, get immersed in sound with the, can't say that word, gamer chair, nail that video lighting with the try-hard LED panels. Okay, and then it says key features. Experience high school. Experience all the ups and downs of high school. Attend classes in person. Get to know your teachers, hang out in the cafeteria, and even decorate your locker. Your most treasured moments might happen while loitering around with your friends after school. Iconic teen moments. Dance the night away at prom and celebrate your graduation ceremony with family and friends. If you keep up with your schoolwork. So I don't know, maybe they can't graduate if they have like really bad grades, or they have to like, not skip a year, but like be held back or do summer school or whatever. In addition to those big moments, Sims can make lifelong friends, be asked out by other teens, participate in after-school activities and teams, and experience the roller coaster of puberty. So it actually, I love that they're including something like puberty in this, because currently your Sims jump from being like a child, which in my head is like, 8, maybe 10, 11 years old, if you're trying to go into like the pre-teen category as well. And they immediately jump from being like 10 to being like 18. And, that jump is really, really big. And when they're teenagers, they're the exact height as adult Sims. They can do basically all of the exact same things apart from getting a full-time job and getting married. But, they're basically young adults. They go from being 8 to being like full-grown people, which makes no sense. So I like the fact that they're including puberty in this, and I hope that that comes with its own set of, maybe like challenges or things, moods that your Sims can face, maybe like now that we have body hair, maybe that will be like not an interactive thing, but something that, I don't know what the word, there's a word for it, like, you know, it progresses on its own. I don't know what the word is. It's like it's stuck in my head for some reason. But stuff like that. Their bodies change. They get older gradually rather than jumping from being a child to being a full-grown person. So I hope that that's what that means. Especially if you have parenthood, that could go really well with all of the mood swings and stuff that teenagers can get. But yeah, it also says shake things up. High school is a time of self-discovery. Find the confidence to ask your crush out or the guts to skip class. Don't let the principal catch you. So obviously, yeah, so it's a playable thing, so you can control what your Sims do when they're at school, and you can skip class if you want to. Teen Sims will explore their own likes and dislikes and have new opportunities to cause mischief. Pranks and sneaking out after dark can have consequences, so be careful you don't get caught. Okay, so it kind of makes it sound like they're going to be adding new likes and dislikes maybe to the pack, which would be great if they expanded on the likes and dislikes system. And then obviously, there's now actual consequences for doing stuff like staying out after your curfew or whatever, and playing pranks and stuff like that, which is great. Okay, it also says explore your style. Make your bedroom your own, plan outfits with clothes designed by Depop sellers, and become a Simfluencer. Teen Sims can earn money by selling outfits and hyping up looks they design on Trendy right from their bedrooms, which are now more interactive than ever. Use a laptop, read a book in bed, or even have a pillow fight. Okay, so it kind of makes it sound like they can use their laptops in bed as well. I'm hoping that's what it means. And that, maybe now that they can sit outside on the ground too, maybe they can use their laptops on the ground. That would be really cool. But yeah, so in this picture, you can clearly see, this Sim is actually like climbing through the window. And yeah, that's really, really cool. Maybe she's just sitting there. It kind of looks like she's just sitting there. So like that could be really awesome. But yeah, I like the fact that they make mention of like Depop and Simfluencers and Trendy. I don't know if Trendy is like an actual website. I don't keep up with stuff like that. Or if that's like the simified version of an existing website. I don't know, like I said. But yeah, okay, so this is just all about the pre-order stuff and everything. But yeah, so let's also take a look at those screenshots that I mentioned. So this is basically just a render. I think this is the pack art. So like, like part of the pack art that's going to be on the front of the cover. So that's really cool. We have like the lockers and everything. We also have, this with, all of the pre-order stuff. And yeah, then we have the pictures that were in the blog post, but you can see them a little bit bigger. Now, they have a football, like, in this. Like, you can clearly see they have a football. So, I wonder if, obviously they have the football field in the trailer. So, I wonder if that's now going to be an, like, excuse me. Wow. It's the excitement coming out. But I wonder if they're going to have, like, football, like, American football, I guess I should clarify. But, yeah, we call it soccer. What a lot of other places call football, we call soccer, with like the white ball. But yeah, so I wonder if they're going to have like an actual football activity, and if they're going to play it, if you're going to have to get to see them play it, or if it's going to be a rabbit hole thing like the soccer teams in in Discover University, where they go to the stadium and they go to play a game in the stadium, but they like disappear. And then you just have the soccer ball that you can kick around with, one or two Sims. I wonder if it's going to be like that, where you can throw a football around between a couple of Sims, but you won't actually get to see any of the game animations. I mean, that's how I assume it's going to work, because otherwise trying to animate, I guess, an entire team playing something is just not realistic. Honestly, thinking about the budgets and the time budgets and all of that stuff that would go into doing that, animating that, I don't think it would be worth it, honestly. But yeah, so we have footballs now in any case, which is great. Another sport. Even if you can't see them play it, you can pretend that they play it, and you can story tell with it and all of that stuff. So that's great. But yeah, then we have the cheer thing, which again definitely looks like they're restricted to these mats, which I'm iffy about that. Yeah, the sim is sitting on the ground. Looks like she's like reading or doing homework or something. But yeah, this looks like a different school. Like, we have the other school, but, you know, the other school was, I think, 3 stories. This one is 2 stories. So, either this is a different school, like, altogether different school. Maybe they have, like, 2 separate schools, and your Sims can be, like, rivals, like, have rival teams and all of that stuff. That could be really cool. Kind of like we have Foxbury and Brightchester. Or maybe it's just, you know, the same lot and just a different build. But yeah, we have that. We have a little picture of Prom. I love the way that they made a lot of the teenagers and a lot of the outfits and stuff gender neutral. Like, this is obviously a traditionally masculine, like, looking sim wearing a dress. But then you have a traditionally female looking sim wearing a tux. I love that they actually did that. You know, same with, you know, including the pronouns in the trailer. I like that they're being inclusive. I don't know if that's the word that I'm looking for, the description, but that's what I'm thinking about. Like, you know, they have a traditionally masculine looking sim dressing in a dress, and you know, it's nice. It's a nice change of pace. It's not something that they've really had in many of the other trailers so far. So yeah, that's something that's really, really cool. And then we just have a picture of these Sims obviously pulling a prank on this poor dude. So yeah, we have that. But yeah, so that's going to be my trailer reaction and kind of like looking at the blog post and the screenshots and everything like that. I don't know if they've released a more comprehensive blog post yet. Sometimes they do, you know, release another blog post immediately after the trailer to answer more like gameplay questions and tell us more about gameplay or whatever. But, you know, sometimes they do that, sometimes they don't. They did that for Werewolves, but I don't think they did it for any of the other expansions. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description. In any case, I'll put a link in the description and pinned to like the top of the comment section with, you know, the trailer link, the blog post that we went over. I'll also leave a link to if they post another blog post, I'll come back and I'll leave that linked as well. So definitely check out the description, check out the comment section, the pinned comment. And then also, if I see any of the Sim Gurus on Twitter answering any questions about the pack or anything like that, then I'll make a thread over on Twitter, on my Twitter page. I'll make a thread and I'll link all of their answers. So, you know, you can have them all in one place, you know, everything that I can see anyway. And I'll leave that linked in the description and in the comments as well. So yeah, definitely go ahead, check out those places, check out those links. Like I said, if you have questions, anything like that, then yeah, check them out. Also, if you have any questions about the pack and if I can answer them, if I can, you know, talk to one of the Sim Gurus, ask them a question or whatever, and they can get back to me, then yeah, let me know your questions in the description down below, or not in the description, in the comments down below. Let me know your questions about the pack, and if I have an answer, I'll give you an answer. If I can find out an answer, I'll find it out and let you guys know. And yeah, also let me know what you're looking forward to with this pack, you know, based on what we've seen from the trailer and the blog post. Obviously, we don't know everything yet. But yeah, let me know what you're looking forward to and how you're hoping stuff works and all of that stuff. And also if you're excited for it and if you want to see me do like a whole like overview with, you know, build by, create a sim, maybe a like gameplay overview of playing through a school day, maybe. But yeah, let me know all of that stuff. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button and remember to turn on notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But I hope you're all having a great day and that you're excited for this pack, and I'll talk to you all in my very next video. Bye everyone!